The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios' Achtung Cthulhu stream of World War Cthulhu. I am, of course, the Game Master Shanky, and also occultist, as you can tell. I'm going to let the cast introduce themselves as I get ready for the fun.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. I'm Seba now in Discord, and I'm playing Ivan Morsov, a Soviet infiltrator.
I am Evie Eternal in the Discord, and I'll be playing Lillian Macbeth, the combat medic.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gray, and I'll be playing Liam McGregor.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Zem, and I'll be playing Angler Hobbs, a con artist.
Hey, everybody. I am the Ravenous Archon, and I'll be playing Diego Cardinal, a grease monkey.
And I'm Modiphius. I'll be playing Theodor Hein, a German deserter and commander.
And the year is 1944. World War II has been raging for years now. The Allies have just taken the beaches of Normandy. D-Day is underway. And while the Axis powers are distracted, there's a group of operatives who have a rather important mission. A group of operatives who, unfortunately, have never even worked together before. They're actually gathered right now in an undisclosed, redacted base inside Britain. And you have, of course, commander of this base. He's here now. He's actually a U.S. commander in a British base, which seems odd to you. But it's one Colonel John Akers. You're gathered in the briefing room as he steps in. Good evening. I've been told you are more than capable in your own rights of handling this new, I don't know how to describe it, threat that we've been seeing from the Axis powers. I'd call it magic, but I don't believe in that hocus pocus crap. Bunch of bean counters say it's real though, so we're going to do this. No, none of you have worked together before. But unfortunately, that doesn't matter. We've gotten word that the Nazis have actually managed to start building some sort of super weapon or some sort of, what they told us, ritual. No, they're building a weapon out in the Carpathian Mountains, which is, of course, as many of you would understand, it was recently retaken by the Red Army. The Germans have been evicted from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send you in there. You have one job and one job only, everybody. You're going to go in there. You're going to make sure that whatever they're building, whatever they're doing is taken care of and it's gone, destroyed, blow it up, steal it for all I care. And then you're going to get out of there. Nice and easy, like any military operation is. And he actually points to a board and there's a picture on it showing it's a map of the general area. We're going to fly you into a Soviet base, newly established at the foot of the Carpathian Mountains. There you're going to secure transportation. You're going to travel up about 2 kilometers up into the mountain till you come to a village. You're supposed to meet a contact there. It goes by the name of Blue Water. Oddest damn contact. From there, they're going to give you the info of where the Nazi camp is up in the mountains themselves. Now, as you know, Russians have just taken this country back, so I'm not quite sure how much support they're actually going to give you. But they should have at least transportation. Before you go, if there's any items you want, any kind of requisition, let me know. If we have it on the base, I've been told to help you out with it. Nominally, the commander of this group is going to be, and he looks over at Theodore. I know a lot of you aren't used to taking orders from a German, but trust me, in this case, he's one of ours.
Not to the others.
So I'll give you all a few minutes to figure out if you need anything and to get to know each other. I'll be back in about 5. And he actually turns and strides out of the room, leaving you all sitting in the room staring at each other, not knowing who you are.
So, seems like it's going. We got to get something to do. Well, as you said, and as you can probably hear, I've been on the other side of that conflict. Wasn't really proud of that at that point. But, fighting for the country. And so you know where I'm coming from and why I'm here, because I was not okay with the way we treated people and, supplied with our supplies. Their supplies back then, you know what I mean, use that for covert operations against the own guys until they noticed and they got me out. And then I ended up here, people teaching me, which is why I'm here today. And well, I hope that gives you a reason enough to trust the German guy in the team.
Welcome to the right side of history, Teddy. We appreciate your service.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for coming over to our side. Hi there. I'm Lillian. It's nice to meet y'all. I'll be making sure we can blow things up, and I'll make sure y'all don't die as best I can. So try not to get too many bullet wounds. Can't treat too many, but I'm pretty good at what I do. So from Louisville, Kentucky. So looking forward to working with y'all and taking down this evil Nazi threat.
Do we need to call you Commander?
Theo is okay. Or Theo, depending how you like. I don't care.
I'm Ivan. I'm your guide. I used to climb those mountains a long time ago. I know the paths.
That's good to know.
Also know how to handle a bit of force.
Well, you'll be guiding me then, because I have your best interest at mind when it comes to vehicles. So if it has wheels, I can probably operate it, and really, if it has an engine, I can probably make it go somewhere. My name is Diego, though.
Nice to meet you, Diego. And who's the other one? The other two.
Yeah, you see me. I've got like little papers, and I'm writing something down. And you see something strange on my face. You see some markings, like burnings, but they are not really burnings. They are really markings, like little stripes like this. And you see this on my face. But if you are attentive, you can see the same markings on my hands. All right. Now look up and hey, I'm Liam. Liam McGregor. I'm an investigator. So I've been in this shit for a few times now, and I'll be able to help you out. Yeah.
Good to know. And you, sir?
Angler's just been kind of fiddling. He's got this like long black glove that goes up to his elbow. He's just been kind of fiddling with it. And he's like, yeah, I'm just here. I'll do whatever you say, Commander, I guess. Sounds good.
So what can you do? I mean, if I'm giving you orders, I need to know what you can and can't do, right?
I'm army and I know how to shoot.
Oh, okay. That I have experience with. We'll be good with each other. And I'll, shove their hand over and try to give you a handshake. Each and every one of them. Try to, get some sort of camaraderie going with this hot mess of a group that we have here.
Do you have a name? The last gentleman there.
They call me Angler.
Like a fish?
Yep.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Angler.
Pleasure.
The door opens to the briefing room and steps the colonel again. I hope y'all got to know who you are. Now, part of the basic requisition, we've got each of you a rucksack loaded with some food, cold weather gear, because goddamn them damn mountains, you're going to need them. It gets kind of chilly up there. Anything else you all think you're going to need? Anything you don't feel you have that you should have? I can see if we can scrounge it up on the base before you hop in the flight.
I really could suggest climbing gear and some rope, a lot of extra rope.
Yeah, that might help. Can you get my... Oh, sorry.
I think we had some 10th Mountain Boys in here earlier, so we should be able to swipe some of their rope. You think you'll need skis too?
Yes.
Well, that seems way too heavy if we're going to be climbing the mountains.
You know what they say, you just take everything you can that's not nailed down, and what you don't use, you just leave behind as you go.
All right.
Can I get my hands on a Garen? My daddy taught me to shoot with a rifle, and being requisitioned shotgun's nice, but that's better for mid-range work.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem. We can get you in one Garan. That we'll throw it in one of the crates.
Appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, we haven't had a parachute failure on the crates in a while, so when we drop them off, it'll be all right.
Good. Anyone else?
I'm good. I've got what I need.
What kind of language do the locals speak in this area?
They actually, most of them speak Hungarian.
Can I get a Hungarian dictionary? Like Hungarian to English dictionary?
I don't think we have any of those on hand. You might be able to get some from the Reds out that way. I'm sure they got to have something. I mean, hell, if you ask nice enough, you might even be able to get a straight translator from them. They've got to have something they're doing to talk to the people there as they've rolled in.
I don't really trust translators that much, but
I mean, if we get a Russian Hungarian, I think Ivan can talk to them, right? And if I'd expect the Soviets to at least have that then.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I have heard that there's been like a contraption to make guns more silent if we are a potential risky business. Maybe that kind of thing would be useful. Not sure how good these are though.
Now, you see, it's funny you bring that up because there's something we might be able to do for you on that one. It seems your organization has come up with some sort of a new pistol. It's totally classified, but I tell you what, we'll make sure that we put a set of them in there. Some sort of new silenced. I mean, we've got a suppressor. Been having them a while, but apparently this new one can't even be heard from the next room when it shoots.
Ooh.
I don't have all the details, but I know Project Majestic, we've got a couple of their people on here, and they should be able to put some in the box for you. At least I hope they can.
That sounds good.
You heard from the other room. What is it, spring loaded?
Don't ask me. That whole, I'm sure they're going to claim it's some sort of magic mumbo jumbo, but that's whatever. It's just technology. That's all it is. It's all technology.
All right.
Sure it is.
So if you don't got anything else, that'll
Armor
work.
got any grenades for us?
Now, this ain't the kind of mission you want to be throwing grenades up in the mountains.
Oh, no.
You'll call one hell of a damn avalanche or landslide.
Right, that's why I'd want a
I
grenade.
do believe some of your team's already kitted out with some explosives and with
Okay.
some, well, let's just say almost satchel charges.
I got some plastic explosives. If we need to, bust anything up, we'll be fine.
Oh, I see you two are going to be best friends really soon.
Do you need any protection for your explosives?
I got me a flak jacket. But any protection specifically for the explosives to maybe keep them out of the weather? They should be fine in my pack.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about that. I'd be more worried about your fingers freezing and falling off rather than your explosives getting wet.
Ain't that the
gosh.
truth?
I'm not joking when I say it gets cold up there. It's colder than a witch's tit.
Oh gosh, that
Yeah.
sounds real cold.
It is.
Just pray we don't have to sleep in a hole, in a vertical one.
Yeah, I slept in some holes before. Not fun.
That's why you got Ivan coming with you. He's been up the mountains before. He knows it. Should be able to at least keep you out of some crevasses. Maybe.
Treacherous as fuck, but yeah.
No, y'all ain't got any other questions. I'm going to step out of here. I'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to get that loaded up on the plane for you. He turns, stops out of the room again as he goes, and you can hear him shouting in the hallway. Corporal, get your ass over here. Leaving y'all sitting in the briefing room again as he runs around base and tries to get what you asked for loaded up into the vehicle. Or into the plane, I should say.
All right. Well, I guess it's about time for us to get flying once we get all that stuff done. Never been a fan of flying, but never been a fan of jumping out of a plane. So,
This is the first time for everything.
yeah, if I scream, forgive me.
It's not scary. You're just gonna want to wear some earplugs because it's loud and annoying, and it's very cold. Also, I don't know how many of you have experience with cold weather missions. You're gonna want to keep your water like under your clothes so it doesn't freeze over. Because if you leave it in your rucksack or on the outside of your kit, it'll freeze right over. You're not gonna have water for the rest of the night.
Fair enough.
So in a few minutes, Colonel comes back in. Okay, follow me. Don't mind the look of the plane. Trust me, it's more airworthy than it appears. And he actually leads you out onto a tarmac. And yeah, this plane is it's seen better days. But it also appears to have been stripped down of anything other than your gear and you all that had weight. Because this is a long damn flight. Yeah, you'll be all right in this thing here. Don't worry. Pilot's a good guy. Just call him Tex.
I want to take a look at the engines. I want to take a look at the plane, and just because I'm gonna walk up to it, just touch it, and just be like, has this flown before? Has this seen any kind of action?
Okay,
This
so
looks like a child put this together.
let's go with insight and mechanics. I think sounds good for you. Roll difficulty is only going to be 1 on this one. So your target number, let's see. The way the dice rolls is you're going to roll 2d20.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you use insight mechanics, that'd be engineering. If you have a mechanical engineering or any kind of specialty like that, go ahead. You could also use vehicles. I'll let you use vehicles.
Okay.
That makes your target number 10 on 2d20.
Right.
Now, if you want to, you don't have any momentum, which is used to buy additional dice, but if you want to hand your game master a little bit of threat, you can get an extra die in that if you want.
I sure don't.
Okay. So you're just going to roll 2d20 and anything under a 10. Now, if you get a 3 or under or anywhere between 3 and 1, let me know.
No. I got a 15 and a 9.
9, that's 1 success. So that 1 success is enough. It looks like it's been maintained in the right places. She's been beat up a lot of holes in it. It's been shot more than once, but any plane that's been shot that many times and is in one piece must be a bit reliable. But they have literally stripped it down as far as they can to keep it lighter to make the distance.
And I give it a long whistle, and I'm just like, "What's the name of this bird? Lucky Goose?"
No, they call her the albatross. Flies like a pig, handles like a pig. Sometimes the landings are rough, but it always gets back up.
All right. And I give it a very warm pat on the side, like, please don't kill me.
And
Will
go ahead.
we be flying a straight line, or will we be flying outside of German territory?
Oh, you're going to fly straight there. We're going to get high height. We'll have escorts as far as we can with you, but you're going to be long outranging any kind of escorts we can get. Don't worry, we're going to be going at night. Tex is good enough. He can fly it at night. He'll get you there.
Oh boy. I heard from paratroopers about them flat guns. Apparently they're not good news, and if they detect us on radar, oh boy.
Now, don't worry. We're pretty sure they're kind of distracted at the moment, with Normandy and all going on. We should have their attention. We're actually going to plan to send a different raid in at the same time. Provide a little more cover for you. Distract them even more. We want them looking a little bit different. We got a bombing run over Germany coming on tonight.
Can you tell me which city?
I think Dresden's tonight. I'm not sure. They don't tell me half the time. I just catch wind from the pilots. Tex might know. Of course, then again, don't believe a word he says. He lies.
It's fine. Just having family down there.
Yeah, well, I hope they're safe. Tell them hide in the shelters because, we got a war to fight. And he points you on the vehicle. Now, when you get on the vehicle, there's 2 big crates. That must be your gear all packed up in there. And they've actually got parachutes already hooked to them. And there's no load master. There doesn't even seem to be anybody in the back of the cargo area. All you see is the pilot looking through the doorway at you. Hey, y'all, get on here. Grab a parachute off the wall. We shouldn't need it, but you want to be safe, go ahead.
I will use my paratrooper training to go around and inspect everybody's chutes and all that stuff.
Okay.
Try to help them strap in.
Since you're using your truth, which is one of the skills, unique aspects of your character, there's no difficulty on the roll, but I'll let you roll if you want so that you can generate some momentum for the group because your group has no momentum at the moment. So if you're going to do that, let's figure out what the roll will be. I think that's a good reason or insight. And we'll go insight. And let's see. I don't know what would go with good for paratrooping. Athletics, maybe? Let me see what else we got. Not engineering, not observation, not stealth, survival. We could even do survival. Both of them are the same for you. So it's going to put your target number is going to be 10. You can roll 2 dice, 2 20-sided.
Just
unless you're going to give me threat. Yep, unless you want to give me some threat.
Okay. 21.
Nope, don't add them together. What's your 2 numbers?
Oh, okay. 15 and 6.
Okay, 6 is a success. Your group now has 1 momentum.
Sweet.
That's you can use later to buy things. And standard issue. They actually look like basic training packs designed to be ultra reliable. They're not good for anything low altitude, but they're ultra reliable. You normally do see them when they're not sure of the skill level of the people doing the paratrooping in. Tex looks back. Y'all strapped in? If not, get ready for a bumpy ride. We're going. And you start feeling this thing vibrate.
Oh, shit.
And he as it vibrates, he looks back. Welcome to Tex Airlines. We'll get you there in one piece. Landing's not guaranteed.
I immediately put on my parachute.
Now, don't y'all worry. there's no in-flight entertainment for this one, except I may tell a few stories. I can tell you what happened last time I went on leave.
God help us.
And the plane
Sure, we'd love to
begins
hear it,
take
Tex.
off. And as it gets airborne, yeah, it's a rough ride. It's noisy. Somehow Tex's loud voice, though, he can cut right through the noise of this damn rumble as it reaches the air. And you're already feeling the bounce as it becomes airborne. And he looks back. I got to tell you a story about these twins I saw the other day. I went on leave, right? And turns out they were sisters. Now, twin sisters, of course they are. But problem was they didn't look like twins. They tried to tell me they're identical twins, but one was like bucktooth and the other's cross-eyed. So I'm looking at him going, well, how'd y'all end up like that? You're not the same. And one of them goes, well, we got to fighting over this man. And one thing led to another. And suddenly we were all three going at it when his old lady busted in. And she smacked her cross-eyed, knocked my teeth butt loose. I mean, I still hit it, but it's all good, y'all back there. He goes back and goes, oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. And the plane starts jerking. Apparently he's been too distracted. And the plane starts to rumble a bit. Let me fly a little bit. Y'all entertain yourselves.
Please keep both hands on it. I'd appreciate it.
I'll let y'all discuss anything before, it's a bit of a flight, so y'all can have a discussion back there before we find out where you're landing.
Well, good to see that we have a trustworthy pilot in front.
Yep. Yeah.
One that won't crash us in any moment. Now.
Well, we have a parachute on us, so as long as we're, close enough, that'd be fine, I guess.
Unless we drop right in the middle of German territory, in which case, well, that wouldn't be good.
Well,
wouldn't be good at all.
Depends on where. Might still have friends.
I was about to say, if we do, we're going to be relying on you to get us through it. All right, Commander.
I'll do my best.
Awesome.
I look out the window. Ivan, have you been in this area just in case we do have some issues with Tex there?
Well,
when I meant I used to climb, that's what I was. I am a climber. I've never been actually a soldier. So I never went out of my country until, now.
First time jumping out of a plane?
It's why I'm grabbed. And you see, he's really grabbed to the structure of the plane with very strong arms. So he could even feel the tension.
Don't worry. Everything is going to be all right, mate.
I hope so. We can climb a mountain. I can punch hard. I need you all for the rest.
And when I'm saying, go on.
We are a decent amount of people. We should be fine. Everybody's a specialist in what he's good at. We should be okay. Don't worry.
And when we are speaking, you see me have a package, and in this package, I've got a rifle. It's a French rifle, a MAS 36 for the persons we are knowing. And but I've got something else. I've got a broadsword in this package, in this luggage, and I'm checking if I've got everything strapped in his bag, closing my bag, and to be sure I can put it on me when we are jumping. And you see me have a lot of paper, to write something down and everything. That's what I have on my luggage. So it's a big backpack, big.
You planning on stabbing some Nazis with that there, King Arthur?
Dear lassie, we never know. We never know.
That's fair. Better to be prepared and not need it than not be prepared and need it, right?
If this one is not working, I still have the other one to work. So you'll be happy I've still got the King Arthur sword with me.
I'll
Well,
pull out my.
yeah.
I'll,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No,
No, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna pull out my trench knife and just be like, "Where did you requisition yours? Because I got a smaller one than I think I should have."
Family heirloom, I will say.
You know.
Got some context.
So my stuff, and I'll pull the box open as when you see like the German uniform, German carabiner, Luger pistol. Is the officer's kit, in case we need to pretend.
Lillian will reach out and grab her shotgun. I feel like maybe y'all like this whole melee thing's just not for me.
It's gonna be fine.
Not a soldier and all, but I do got something. And you see he grabs from the bundle an old, vicious-looking ice axe for climbing, but like a bit over what it should be. He says, these are old. They don't do this size anymore. But I love it. Looks big.
I like this one.
As you're riding in this plane, suddenly there's a sputter coming from the engine. And Tex looks back, hey, y'all, one of y'all, see that box over there? Somebody hit that box. Fuel pump's cutting out again. Just hit it a few times. It'll start working.
Diego, would you mind?
That's your job. Immediately I jump up and I just give it a good Fonzie. Hey.
And you hit it a few times and suddenly the sputtering stops a bit. And he looks back, thanks. Been meaning to have that fixed, but too many missions. And as he's doing it, he's waving one of his arms. And every time his arm waves, the plane kind of jerks a bit because he's moving a bit.
Tex, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. Just hold on. And he turns back to the plane.
It's going to be fine. I'll take a peek out of the window and try to discern where we are.
I mean, it's dark. It's nighttime.
Dark.
You're not going to be able to see anything. And he's actually managed to pull up in a cloud bank. So you're pretty sure you should be kind of safe from flak. Kind of. So far, you haven't heard any fire off yet, so that's a good thing.
Never been on the other side of those. Could you guys, what's your strengths, each of you, so I know where I'm sending you if something is. You good at sneaking around? You good at hiding? I mean, engineering and stuff is I'm aware of, but like in a combat situation, where would I put you?
I mean, I have a rifle, sir, and I have my knife, and I've got a mean right hook that I'm dying to put into any Nazi that crosses our path. So, but hiding and skullduggery like that is not the skills that I have.
I could probably help you out there. I'm pretty good at camouflage. Especially if we end up in like a city or something, I'm pretty good at hiding in cities. I can always find a nice little spot. Y'all look very nervous. I did tell you to put in earplugs.
Yeah. I can keep, like I said, I can keep us alive. I'm good with mechanical engineering and explosives. So if we need anything, any bombs set up or anything like that, or rig something to blow, that's fine too. I can try, and if we find any weird German Nazi technology. I can try and figure out how to use it, and I'm usually pretty good with stuff like that. I'm pretty handy, so not super great at the whole skullduggery thing, but and not super great in a fight either. Though I'm a decent shot, but not a huge fan if we can avoid it.
Well, we'll see where we're going. Good. That's all I need from you for now, I guess.
And you all ride in this plane. It's a number of hours. As dawn is starting to peek up over the horizon, Tex looks back. Okay, we're coming up on this. What did you do? I'm gonna yell back here in a second. Y'all open that back door, and when I say go, push that crate out the back. I'm gonna just fuck it, shove them both out at once. You'll be all right. And then we'll loop around, and then y'all can jump.
Okay.
So he goes, and y'all, who's gonna go up and try to open the back door?
Oh, I'll do it for
Hey.
sure. Everybody else seems very nervous. So
Angler.
yeah.
You see him just go back there and hit the button, and it opens about halfway before it stops.
I'm gonna kick the thing a couple times.
That fixed it. Worked fine after that. It opens up the rest of the way, and you all shove
Yeah, it
these
did.
heavy ass pallets right to the edge with the parachutes kind of laid out behind them. They're not even using, like pull cords on it. They just got the parachutes waiting behind for you to shove them out. And suddenly Tex looks back. Hey, y'all, push him, go, go, go.
Okay.
I push.
That shit.
And
Help him.
they go out there, and I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna spend my threat to have one of the parachutes tangle up. We're gonna start off easy on y'all, and I'll let y'all have that. They go out, and the parachute seems to have opened pretty well, and you can see in the dawn light below some sort of airfield. And it loops around a bit, and then Tex, y'all get ready. Here comes. When I tell you jump, just do it. Just jump. Don't hesitate.
Wait, shit, we weren't actually landing. Okay, fuck.
I mean, the colonel said you were landing, but Tex didn't say you're landing.
Fuck you, Tex. You suck. Just kidding. Thanks for getting us here, fucker.
And as you get close to it, suddenly you feel the plane lurch. He's pulled up on the stick. And you all start having problems keeping your footing as he starts yelling, go, 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 as this plane is starting to go into a climb so that you're going to just fall out the back rather than get to jump.
Oh, run and jump. Just don't think.
Okay,
Go.
fuck.
We're going like a swimmer.
Now,
Mm.
I'm going to let y'all, anyone who wants to roll can roll 2D20. It's up to you. It's 0 successes. They're made sure these are nice, stable packs. But if you want to do it, you can go agility plus athletics for your target numbers and see if you can generate momentum, because you're going to need some momentum built up as we're going into things.
It's on the 8.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, sure, why
If
not?
I shout, don't lock your knees, does that help him out at all?
Actually, that's a good thing to shout out. I'll let you do that as you go, and everybody can get a +1 bonus to their target number.
Okay, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll
That's
just be
using your
screaming
truth as a
information.
paratrooper.
Don't lock your knees. Roll forward.
I rolled 2 9s and I have an 8 in my thing.
Oh. I rolled.
I
four-
have, sorry,
I rolled a
9
four-
and 11 and a 16.
You rolled 2 9s, you have an 8, but you got a +1 from good old Angler helping. So you got 2 successes for Mortuus. What'd you get, next person?
So my agility athletics is a garbage, but I got a 14 and a 1. So I got 2
2
successes.
successes. There you go. Okay. So you're up to 5 momentum. The cap is 6, so y'all should be able to get your cap. Who else rolled?
I rolled. I'm also in the agility athletics garbage pool because it's a total of 10, and I rolled a 15 and a 16, which would be fantastic in D&D, but not great here.
Not here. So you're still at 5. Who else rolled?
I rolled and
oh.
go on.
My athletics agility is 6.
I rolled a 9 and an 11, but because I'm quite good, those both are successes.
So right now you're up to 6 momentum. You have 1 left over, which I'll let y'all use in a second here. Now, who else rolled?
I rolled. I've got an agility of 10 and an athletics of 2, and I rolled an 11 and a 14.
So you got 1 more. So you all have 2 extra momentum that you can't save. So you can, anyone who wants, you get 2 questions of information about what you see as you jump out. If you wish to ask anything you're looking for, you can get 2 questions. And that's to use the way the momentum works for the viewers and the players is you can only have 6 in the bank, and it's used to swing things in your favor. And when you have extra, you'll want to spend it right away. And one of the things you can do is a source of information, ask a question. And that's 1 momentum each. So with 2 momentum, you get 2 questions y'all can ask. So anyone who has some kind of question you think you might want to know the answer to is that would be satisfied jumping out of the plane, go ahead and ask.
I've got a question, to be honest. While we are falling and, I'm an investigator and I've got my observation skills and everything, and I'm looking around me to see if there is a castle, a building, something I can see from when I'm jumping.
Out in the distance, high up in the mountains, you can see, I wouldn't call it a temple, it's some sort of ruins, but the make of the ruins is not anything that you've ever seen before. It's definitely not American. You see, as an investigator, it definitely looks like something that the Black Sun, the Nazi occultists would be using. It reminds you of a lot of the architecture that you've seen them use before, and it's kind of up in the mountains quite a bit, though.
All right.
Any other questions?
Looking at, go ahead if you want.
I don't have anything too important. I have something I would use, but not that important.
I was going to ask, looking at this side of the mountain, looking at the profile of the mountain, do I look something that would be difficult for non-climbers?
There's a lot of sheer cliffs. Now you can barely catch sight of a road that spirals up through it, some sort of pass or something up there. And since that's just a common thing, there is off in the distance, it's dawn light, so it's not full light yet. There's a blue glow up on this road at one point in the road.
Nice.
Now, for a group of trained agents and operatives like yourself, you know that the blue glow is normally associated with the Knockwolf. They're the group that seem to use some blue crystal for technology. Now, while they're aligned, part of the Nazi regime, they also have a rivalry with the Black Suns, and they frequently end up in conflict with each other. And you all managed to do a somewhat decent landing in the middle of this airstrip on this base. And as you're pulling up your chutes, there seems to be some sort of officer of some sort running over. Ivan, it's a Russian officer coming running over to you as the plane circles around. He looks over everybody. English?
Yep.
Just call me Piter. Y'all might want to step this way. Why the fuck y'all jump out of that plane? He's set to land here in a minute. He's got to get refueled.
Fucking arse.
Our pilot's a dick.
Oh,
That's
shit.
why.
Is it that Tex guy?
Yeah.
You know him.
He's the one
Okay,
who brought
well,
you transportation last week.
Gotcha.
He brought that plane right down to the runway, didn't land it, and just shoved the truck out the back of the damn plane.
Why?
I hope y'all know what you're doing with mechanic. Y'all might need to fix it. I mean, it's in one piece, but you might want to look it over.
Yeah.
Come on this way. I'm sure you got questions. We gotta do a briefing of some kind or some shit. Sorry, we're kind of informal out here right now. We just established this base. We pushed the Germans out last week. It's kind of a forward base right now. All we got's are troops. Well, in your vehicle. And he points at a vehicle, and it's actually a deuce and a half. My deuce. Backbone of the U.S. military out here. Really rugged vehicle, can take abuse, can do well on most terrain. But it's obvious that when it hit the ground, it didn't hit it that easy. And as you're walking off the airstrip, you do see this plane come around and line up to land as Tex puts that damn albatross right on the damn runway. And as the plane goes by, he reaches out the window and he's waving at you.
Wave my middle finger back at him.
Oh, like this, like the Welsh do.
No, straight American. Just yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Like this fucking dickhead.
I sent some guys to grab your crates. They didn't land inside the perimeter. They should be back in a few minutes. They'll bring them in. That's all we got. Manpower can do that. I'd offer you food, but I mean, you want to eat our rations? Or you want to eat yours? Take your pick.
Rational hog.
To be honest, it's maybe good if we eat yours because we might need them.
Okay, I mean,
not gonna.
I mean, if you're worried about that, I'll tell you what, we could probably do a trade. Trade me some of yours. I'll give you. I know you give me like 10 of your ration packs, your sea rats, and I think that's what y'all call them. And I give you like 20 of ours. It'd be all right.
Get the feeling that's not with its head. I'd be fine with that probably.
It's good for morale here. If you offer as an incentive something different. So
yeah,
not eat the same
pretty
thing
sure you don't want to do that, Commander.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a trap.
Well, are you having problems with your supply lines or something?
No, we're forward based though.
Yeah, if you're forward based and you got no problem with your supply lines, you should have plenty of food for us to eat some before we go on mission. We only packed enough for this mission.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you roll there because you're the one who's skilled with this. You want to go? We'll let you use Insight Persuasion. That gives you a target number of 12. 2 dice, unless of course you want to buy extras.
I got 2 and a 2.
2 and a. Wow. Now, what's your do you have a focus in Persuasion?
I do, but it's in Deception.
Okay, so that one don't help. So 2 and a 2 gives you 2 successes. It gives you 1 extra momentum. If you want to ask a question with that momentum, you can. If you can think of one that pertains to something you might pick up talking to him.
There's no chance that the vehicle. Can I see the vehicle in front of me?
Yep.
And it looks like it's in bad shape. There's no chance this gets up a mountain, right? Using my knowledge of military stuff like that.
You've seen Deuces get up quite a bit. As long as it's a road,
all the ice and everything, though.
As long as it's a road, it can make it up.
All right.
If it's a road. Now, I mean, avalanches, deadfalls, all that shit piles up, and it may not do as well, but it should make it up the road if you can get it running.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll go start looking over the vehicle.
All right. I'll let you have some of ours. You're going to regret it later, but go ahead. Matter of fact, y'all come over in here. We got a warming tent over here. It's kind of cold. Get you up in here,
sounds like a good
warmed
idea.
up, get some food. And he takes you in a tent that it's got a little coal-fired heater running in it. So it's warm. And y'all got any questions you need? I mean, as far as I haven't been briefed everything. You're just supposed to give you the vehicle, point you up the road. Now, I want to tell you about what's going on. We just took this a few days ago, really. So there's still some German presence in the area. We run into a patrol of theirs every once in a while, have to fight it out. But we're pretty sure most of them are gone. You should be able to get up in there.
How far out is this village from here?
About 5 kilometers up from here. Now it's only about 2 kilometers once you hit the road. Now that's the funny part is you're not going to go much up the mountain before you hit the village, but that 2 kilometers is a lot of back and forth and zigzags and crossbacks and
Switchbacks.
I mean this they call it a road. It's more of a it was more of a pack mule kind of thing. When they used to use whatever was handy, oxen sometimes, llamas. I mean, you see some crazy shit they using up the mountains to work it. It's just the Germans seem to widen it for some reason. I don't know what they were doing up in there, but they definitely had a reason.
Okay. So heavy equipment up there somewhere. That's good to know.
We haven't heard anything like tanks or anything, but
Going down, we saw some weird blue crystals, though.
You mean that blue light? We've been seeing it lately. We actually asked one of the villagers, and they just say it's some superstition about the blue death, and where the blue light comes, people end up dead and disappearing, and some bullshit about corpses coming up out of the ground and walking around. It bunch of bullshit to me. It's all right.
But
Sounds like
whatever
some
it
kind of
seems to be,
weapon, at
just
least.
yeah.
What was that? I didn't catch it.
Sounds like some kind of weapon, at least.
Nah, I think it's just them being, superstitious. You'll be all right.
Well, at least enough to be, careful.
And what the hell could be causing blue light like that? Come on, it's just light off the mountain or something, reflecting it. I mean, look at those snow caps. It's all blue up there.
Well,
and raising the dead. Come on, you're not gonna tell
Yeah.
me you believe that too.
Well, never had seen those before in there. That's definitely new.
There's no such thing as that. That's just all hogwash.
Maybe they're making deals with the devil or something.
That's all
Game
right.
master.
When we're done pushing them out of here, we're gonna keep pushing. It's a race to Berlin. Red Army gonna make it first. Trust me.
Sorry about talking over you, Commander.
no worries. No hot structures here.
Game master, got a question. Does these blue lights tell me something with my knowledge on occultism?
Oh yeah, that's Noxwolf. They're the ones who use some sort of odd technology that is powered by these blue crystals that glow. Normally, they're accompanied by at least 1 or 2 troops that have armor that has blue crystals embedded in it somehow. Some sort of combat helmet that lets them see in the dark with blue crystals. You've heard some rumors about they've been testing some sort of gas weapon that actually animates the dead, but you've got no confirmations on that yet. And it kills humans or anyone that is exposed to it and then animates them too.
Commander,
Hmm?
can I have a word with you, please?
Oh, sure. I'll step a few steps away.
No. The rest of the group can come as well. But all the rumors they are telling about, you better believe them. I know some stuff about this cult, and they are really dangerous. You don't have to play with them, really not. You really have to, if we can avoid them, we have to avoid them.
Okay. Any precautions you'd want to take in case we do end up meeting them?
If we can run. If not, just have to fight them. But yeah, they are really nasty. They are attacking what they can attack, and the rumors about raise some dead people I'll tell you, I believe them.
Good to know. Well then, I assume. Well, we flew through the night. Did we get sleep into that in that bumpy ride, or
could you sleep on that bumpy ride?
Probably not. Which is why we should probably take a break before we.
Had my earplugs in. Told you guys, wear earplugs.
I know Diego's got to go look at the vehicle, but the rest of you all don't have too much to worry to do at the moment, other than inventory your stuff. And you actually see. You swear this kid can't be more than 16. Come running in, and he speaks to Commander Ivan. You catch what he's saying, that they brought the crates and put them by the truck, they called it.
Our stuff is in the truck, I inform.
Well, then let's make inventory.
And you all head out and look at this. Now, Diego, I'm going to let you do your, you could take a look. You're going to want to use reason and vehicles. It gives you a target of 11.
Yeah.
So you got 2 dice right now. Y'all have 6 momentum. You can buy an extra die if you want, or just go with it. The difficulty is only going to be 1 on this.
Yeah, I think that I'll be fine without the momentum. I don't want to be the first to dip into our pool.
Okay. Now, the momentum, you'll lose 1 every time we change scenes. Your momentum will go down by 1, to show the shift in patterns. But, I mean, with it maxed at 6 already, y'all got the good pool waiting for when you need it.
Yeah.
So you got 2 dice, and you're going to have your target number is going to be 11.
Oof. Well, I got a 2 on one of them.
Okay.
So I think that's a critical.
Nope. Critical would be 1. Your specialization was cars, and this is considered a heavy vehicle. So you've got the 1 you needed.
All right. Well, loopholes.
What was your other one?
A natural 20.
Oh, that's a complication.
Yeah.
I think I'll take that one and turn it into threat for me to use later.
Oh,
I'll save that. I like that one. You look over the vehicle. It's mostly intact. Good thing you checked it, though, because looks like one of the air brake lines got damaged.
Pull out my mechanics kit. Here we go.
Shouldn't be hard to fix. Just one little brake line on it. I'm pretty sure you didn't want that brake season halfway up the mountain, though, because that would have been an unfun kind of thing to do. Now, the crates are sitting there. It doesn't look like they've been gotten into, because, I mean, you'd notice if they'd pried them open. And as you looking over at them, you see the young individual, the 16-year-old, coming over with a crowbar, just kind of waving it. See who wants to open it up. And when you open this thing up, one of them, I mean, there's 6 of you. They've got maybe, 50 little cans of T-Rats sitting in them. You got cold weather gear, enough for everybody. You've already got your flak vests. You got a set of weird pistols. Now, you haven't seen these pistols before. I mean, they're normal pistols, but they've got some sort of strange-looking silencer on the end of it, suppressor. It's actually, they were in a box that was noted as high standard HDM. It's a semi-automatic. Looks like it's firing 9mm shells.
Did it come with a holster? Like, is it a shoulder holster, or is it a?
It's got a, I wouldn't call it a shoulder holster. It's actually got a waist holster, but it's one that's made to go concealed on the inside of your outfit to hide it.
Okay.
It's definitely a nice little weapon. Seems to be well made.
Yeah, if there's one for each of us, and I immediately holster it.
Okay. There's a bunch of 9mm rounds. We don't really count rounds unless you start shooting salvos out of it. So this isn't a game where we're going to track bullets, which is nice.
Okay. Good to know.
M1 Garand that people asked for, any of the equipment you asked for, that's been thrown in it, of course. There's climbing gear, lots of rope, pitons, a couple extra ice axes, none of them like the one Ivan seems to carry. Ivan's is rather fucking impressive, actually.
It's an old Soviet model.
Find stack of local currency. Apparently somebody thought to give you all a little bit of running money, some diesel.
Did they find my dictionaries?
No dictionaries in there.
Damn.
Got
Can I?
about 4 jerry cans of diesel.
Okay.
That should help you as you're going up the mountain. It's pretty easy to load it all in a truck. Now, deuce and a half, anyone who hasn't seen one, deuce and a halves are nice. They, 3-axle. They can hold a lot and people in it. Now, you can only fit 2 people in the cab comfortably, and everybody else gets to ride in the covered back. It's going to be chilly. But there's even a small tent, stove. The stove doesn't have any coal for it. It looks like it's one of the diesel burning stoves, so you could use your jerry cans if you need to warm up. And it don't take long for Diego to get done what he's doing. And I think go ahead.
Is the back of it, is it covered?
It's covered with a tarp.
It's tarp covered? Okay.
Yep, tarp covered. It's not anything I'd call cover. And it's going to be cold. But it's covered. And I think this is a good spot. We're at a break as you're getting ready to start heading into the mountains. I think we can go to break right here. Nice, good spot in the action to go to break since we're going to be changing scenes. So I'm going to take your momentum before we go so I don't forget. And we will see everybody in about 10 minutes as we get a break. Everybody gets a chance to stretch your legs. If you're watching this now, of course, go stretch your legs before we come back to World War Cthulhu and find out what happens. See you in 10 minutes, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to World War Cthulhu. First half of this episode, of course, this group of operatives never worked together before. Each of them has their own set of skills, but they've been sent on a mission into the Carpathian Mountains to try to find out what this Black Sun unit, Nazi unit, is doing up in there. Now, the Colonel Akers up there that was manning the British base they left from originally was told it was magic. But of course, you don't believe in that kind of hooey. That's all garbage. It's all bollocks. But this group of investigators all know that's not exactly how this works. And they were flown to a base at the base of the Carpathian Mountains, dropped off by Tex, who had them parachute out the plane before he landed it, because, of course, Tex did that. They found a busted up deuce and a half, Ma Deuce, that Diego, the grease monkey, managed to figure out there was a damaged airline that would have been fun going in the mountains. And they've loaded up. Now, I assume y'all gonna rest. Are you gonna set out at night, or are you gonna rest a whole day? What is your plan for when you plan to set out towards this village?
I'd say we should set out at night, because if we do, we have an easier time to not be spotted. And if we get spotted anyway, we have an easier time explaining why we're moving at night and still talk away eventual combat.
We have
I think.
an excuse or a cover, alibi, that kind of thing.
Well, I'd say we were hearing that there's still people from us up in the mountains, and when the Russians came, we had to leave. We had to get somewhere where we can hold out, be safe until the army's coming back, because obviously they will come back, right? Because the end victory and stuff.
What is our cover here, Commander? What do you see as our cover going into this village?
Well,
and how do we want to approach this? Are you taking the lead, and we're going to be a German unit?
That was depending on if I was thinking that we might go in, just the way we are, and if we end up meeting German soldiers, German troops in any way, shape, or form, that I would don one of my SS uniforms that I brought with us, and tell him that it's none of his business, but that we generally just take cover, fortify down, open the mountains so that we can evade the Russians that have taken the valley. So, and if we just get into the village like normal, we just talk to our guy.
I kind of think we should just go in as civilians. We should say that we're civilians. We should get a couple boxes full of supplies in case they want to search it. The reason being is this base is at the base of the mountain, and it looks weird if there's a bunch of. I think we'd get asked way too many questions if we're coming from this direction, going up the mountain.
True. Yeah, true. That's why I thought I'd check the.
They would. I feel like they'd be like we need to take you in for instant debriefing if you guys got away or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, even if you have high enough rank on the thing, they're still going to want you to talk to somebody.
Well,
I think we just get a couple boxes and say we're just transporting supplies to the village. There must be a supply run that goes to that village sometimes, or with goods and things.
We shouldn't look like this if we're civilians.
Right. Let's just put on some heavy winter clothes and we'll be all right, right?
Yeah, we can trade our heavy winter gear for some local winter gear. Just put it on over our stuff and we should be fine.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
I'll go see if I can find some winter gear for us. Hopefully it's kind of close to this stuff because this stuff's pretty good.
Angler, do you still want a translator or something?
Yeah. I couldn't find my dictionary, so
I can go ask the Russians. So
yeah, you do that.
We can get a Hungarian translator, was it?
Yeah, Hungarian.
So you're going to go and try to get a Hungarian translator and look for some other winter outfits? And you go and you find Piter. And winter outfits, I mean, we got some stuff that we've managed to requisition from the retreating German army, but I don't know what to. I mean, I just can't be giving that to you. That's property of of our division now.
Yeah, well, this stuff, I think we're willing to make a trade here.
What do you want to trade for it? I mean, I assume
so your stuff looks pretty military, right?
Well, we got the Russian stuff, but we've got captured German cold weather gear. You'd be amazed what they've left behind.
Okay.
Some of it's not even been shot.
I think the best plan is to just mix and match German and Russian. So equal swap. We give you one top. You give us a top. You give us one bottom. We'll give you a bottom.
You see him lean over and he starts talking to some guy beside him. And, oh yeah, we'll do that. That works.
All right. I'll need to take a look at it to make sure there's no obvious bullet holes.
Okay, and he actually takes you over to, it's just a big clothes pile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he actually takes you, it was behind a set of buildings that you haven't been behind yet, and there's a whole bunch of scavenged, captured shit there. There's guns thrown in a pile, ammo thrown in a pile, an anti-air gun just sitting there, bunch of clothes, food, all kinds of weird shit. Just a big pile of it.
I'll stand beside him and look at the anti-air gun and say, just think about me pulling that thing up the mountain. They come straight at us and you.
But you know how to use that damn thing?
Figure it out.
I've seen them close in action. Not actually shot one myself, but yes.
I tell you what, we don't have much use for it. We can't use it. I'll let y'all have that 88, but I want 2 of those cans of diesel you got.
Yeah.
Kind of hurting on fuel. Supply train don't seem to reach out here like it should.
That wouldn't really go well with our civilian makeover, though. I'm looking it over, and I'm like, you can really see the regret on his face, not taking it with him. But what kind of a civilian has the anti-air gun on the truck at the end?
And he actually laughs. He goes, "Well, what kind of civilian's driving a Modiphius, as the Yanks call it?"
That is fair. We do have a military truck.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea if we had that.
Yeah, I kind of. Hang on, let me look it over. I'll figure it out. Give me a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how to operate this thing if I can.
Okay, now.
I'm not thinking for operate. I'm thinking for our story.
Now, Theodore's native German military, he's got bonuses to use it. I'll let him assist. You can just roll. For you, it's going to be for Theodore. Theodore, you can roll reason plus fighting.
Sure.
And you're just one die only. And your target's going to be 12.
Yep.
And if you get a success, it automatically adds 2 good
That's a
old
2.
Lillians. You got a 2? So that adds 1 success automatically. Now for Lillian, you can go reason and vehicles. Yeah.
Sounds good to
It
me.
gives you a target of 12. 2 dice
All right.
for yours, unless you want to buy more.
Nah, I can. Well, yeah. You know what? We haven't spent any momentum. We lost one, so I'm gonna spend a momentum on it.
Okay, so you get an extra die.
All right. Let's see.
And
what
it's going to
we
be
get.
difficulty on this one is only going to be 1, which is good because
Nice.
then you can, if you get enough successes, you already got 1. You've got your successes. So your roll on 3 dice is determine how many extra momentum you're going to get.
6, 4, 14. So 2 successes.
2
so I just
successes.
got that die back.
Yep. So now you can also use your 2 extra successes instead of adding them to your pool. You can put a truth on that gun. How about the truth of it's actually reliable?
I like that truth. Actually, I think we will do that.
Okay, so I'm going to make a note. It has reliable. Now, everybody remember that. So if anything comes up that you think reliable applies, that makes difficulty easier when it comes to this particular gun. There's the beauty of the truth system.
I'll be damned, this thing's in good shape. Barely a scratch on it. Looks like it could shove lots and lots of flak through lots and lots of soft bodies.
Oh,
And he even points at, we got about 5, 6 salvos off the damn thing over there you can take. Just hand me the 2 jerry cans and we'll be good to go.
All right, we need to be a little more careful with our fuel now. But I
Well-
think it's worth it. This thing's good. It's a good gun.
And Diego, when you looked at the vehicle, it had a full tank when it was dropped off by the Allied powers. For some reason, they didn't have the balls to siphon the gas out of it after it was left there.
Yeah, I see them taking the extra diesel, and I'm just like, this better not come back to bite us in the ass for this.
hope so too. But therefore, we get a big toy.
And Angler, you're looking, you pick through and find the best set of winter gear you can find. Are you just getting a mix of Russian and German, or?
Yeah, it's a mix and match because you know how it is in combat where the civilians all wear the military gear from both sides.
Whatever they gather. Yep.
Whatever they can find. Yeah. So
You trade that out.
We just mix them up.
It's not quite as good as what you were issued, but it's close enough provided you don't get into a freak snowstorm. So as you're going to go and you rest a bit, of course, because you all don't want to be this tired. And like anyone that does any kind of operations work, you all can sleep when you're ready to sleep. Anyone who does that knows they can sleep pretty easy. So you all knock yourselves out, get a little bit of shut eye, and then load up. Now we know who's driving the vehicle. That'd be Diego. He's the driver. Who's riding up front and who gets to ride in the back in the cold?
I wanna go with the driver. Actually, would make sense. Also,
You're the
any luck?
navigator, yeah.
Yeah. Any luck with the translator?
Russian commander of this place. I mean, we can send old Alexandra over there. He speaks some Hungarian, some German, English. And as soon as he says that, the guy over there, all you hear is Sukapiat. Yeah, Ivan, you know he's just fucking cussing him out for that one. Doesn't like being volunteered.
Welcome, le digo. I thought to him.
Alexander just shakes his head. He's not happy with this, but he grabs his rifle, grabs his rucksack, throws it in the back of the truck, and then he climbs in the truck and just goes as far away from everybody else as he can and sits and sulks. He is not happy with this whole situation.
All right, friend. I promise it will. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun, or not. But we'll have a good time. We'll have a fun time. We'll have an all right time.
And he just mutters under his breath. You all load up and set off. Now, it's nighttime as you're driving in this deuce. Now, it's not a quiet vehicle. Hey, but Diego, you can drive it. It's not risky terrain. I'm not making you roll as you're heading up following this road. And it's definitely leading up into the foothills. Now, I assume you're driving with your headlights because this isn't exactly an area where there's a lot of things called night vision goggles. So you're heading up into the mountain. And I think, yeah, as you reach the foothills, I'm going to spin some threat. Come upon a pile of rocks, partially blocking the road.
Does it look like I can push through with?
You might be able to get around it, but it's close. You're not quite sure if this was a natural fall or not. It's kind of suspiciously looking like it might be a man-made barrier here.
How many rocks we would have to move to pass?
Probably a handful.
I'm gonna call back. Commander, we have an issue. Gut instinct is telling me to plow through, but seeing as how I'm not in charge, I'd like your input in this.
Is there a way I can see what I can see up front, or
Nope, not from the back. You'd have to get out of the back.
I'm standing up and we'll take a look outside the from back of the truck.
Okay, what uniform are you wearing when you stand up?
I would.
You'd be probably in your cold weather, but you at least have your armband on. Which armband are you wearing?
I would wear the Death Squad one.
Okay.
I would grab it, put it on, just to make sure, in case. And I'm leaning out the way that you can't see that first. Take a look what I'm seeing,
and
then maybe stand out.
As you're standing there looking out, you actually, as you leaned out, you catch sight of a gun peeking from up the hill a bit. But obviously, the individual has seen your armband because the gun is suddenly dips down low, and you see somebody making their way from the front of the rock pile in front of the vehicle.
So I'm gonna get out in front and move upwards.
As you come out, you notice this guy. He's got his rank insignia on him. He's a Gefreiter, very low rank. And as soon as you come around, he takes you, and you see his eyes go to your armband, and his eyes widen.
Better?
We almost shot you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
What are you doing in a yank truck?
Well, I required it to get somewhere. The Russians came. We need to get and hunker down. Where's the others?
Up in the rocks watching. We set this up, hoping to ambush.
Perfect.
Coming through here. Is that
well,
an 88?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you definitely need to get up in the mountain.
Yeah.
Get up in the mountain.
Not a lot of ammunition for it, but...
Don't matter. I saw some of those Black Sun guys up there. They
will be glad to have that.
The help.
Yeah. Get the guys to to free to clear the street and build it up after.
Hey, just remember to let them know we're doing this because there's your unit's up there. I saw them up with them.
Good. I'll salute them and get back in and say.
Now, obviously, this was all in German because and as you go, you actually see him. It's the equivalent of a lance corporal, very low rank. He starts moving his arms, and a couple guys come out. Looks like they're about 5 in number. Move some of the rocks out of the way to let the truck pass, and they don't even give a glance at you all riding in the truck. I'm just terrified by the armband that come out of that truck as you drive through and head on up into the mountains.
We are full on momentum right now, aren't we?
Nope, you're still at 4 because you use momentum to do a truth.
Yeah.
True. Okay, so if I were to roll a persuasion for that, how difficult would that have been?
It would be 0 for that one because considering you have the truth yourself of being a native German, German part of the military, no less, you would have a 0 on that. So if you wanted to roll just to see if you can refill your stuff, you can go ahead. It's going to be a persuasion, and I don't know. We can stick that with willpower because it's you trying to hold that steely gaze and be one of the feared SS.
Intimidating.
Yep.
Okay. So that would be a 13. I would
13.
use subtle clues to roll a 3d12, d20 to that.
Okay.
So I have 3 chances to get up some momentum.
Okay.
And that's a 1, a 3, and a 19.
Ooh. So the 1 gives you 2. The 3 gives you 1 more. You got 3 momentum out of that. Now you can spend 2 of them to refill your pool, but you got 1 left, which means you can ask a piece of information that you might have somehow read off of the way his body language or something.
Okay, I would like to know how how comfortable they feel strength-wise. I assume that they don't have a lot of people, but if they're like only those 5 guys,
those guys,
or if they're like
they look terrified, cold, miserable. Morale is in the toilet.
Okay, so they're basically that shy before yet we bolt.
Yep.
Okay.
They're not holding up too well, that's for damn sure. They thought they were invincible, and it seems like they're not.
Well, I will go to the others and say, right on. And, just like loud enough that they can hear outside, and then we will, go to
move on. Drive up. Now, it's not long. It didn't take 2-3 hour drive. Truck seems to be doing rather well coming up through here as you start reaching the foothills, further into the foothills. And now, unfortunately, there's no electricity, so you don't realize you're reaching the village till your lights start picking up outlying buildings.
I'm going to come to a stop just shy, and I'm going to back up just as quietly as possible, even though I know that this is a monster.
Oh, yeah, you can hear it, but it's hard to tell direction because it echoes against all the rock walls and everything. So, it's hard to tell what direction they're hearing the sound from, at least, but the headlights probably gave it away a bit.
Yeah, and I'm going to go dark. Commander, I think we found the village.
What were we told about our contact there? I'll have that rag off of me again.
I'll remind you, you're looking, the contact you were told his name is Blue Water.
Blue Water. Okay. Did we get any, like, a way to contact that person?
Nope, you were told you'd be contacted by them when you got in the village.
Well, let's get a little bit closer and, like, in a way that we maybe, like, have a wall to the side of us in case it's getting problematic.
Right. At least it wasn't too bad getting here. Good job on that one, Commander.
We nearly peed my pants on that one.
You had one of them death logos on.
I almost shot him, so I appreciate you. Do we want to go on foot then and do some reconnaissance before we take this monster through the village and announce ourselves?
Probably.
Good idea.
Angler, you said you were good at hiding about. I mean, that's not exactly New York City, but...
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of recon we're doing. We just need a good story, usually.
Fair.
If we're looking for someone called Blue Water.
I can go for a simple round.
I mean, maybe just standing out there and looking stupid might help. If somebody's, contacting us.
Looking clueless, maybe. We bringing our weapons, or should we just bring these little pistols?
I mean, having those with us is probably worthwhile.
All right, strap that on at least.
Yeah, I mean, regardless where we go, right? Probably taking the big ones. Maybe, yeah.
Into the village,
sure. I'm just gonna hop off the van, and take like a look around, and
as you
try to
around,
get like a.
You don't see any movement. You get a faint whiff of smoke on the air, though.
Oh shit! Anyone smell smoke?
Yeah.
That's not just me.
It might just be chimneys.
I'll be using my observation, my instincts, and to see if I see something special, to see if what I can smell from where it's coming from. To see if I can see something special.
So it's going to be insight and observation. It gives you a target number of 11. You got 2 dice. And because you're using your focus, that means also if you roll 3 or lower, it counts as a critical.
All right. 5 and 9.
That's 2. Your difficulty was only 1. Just if I don't tell you difficulty, always assume it's a 1. So you got 1 extra. I'll let you ask a question in a minute. It's definitely not chimney smoke. You catch, looks like smoldering rubble off in the distance through some of the mist and everything. That looks like some of the buildings have been burned recently. Now you've got 1 extra momentum and your momentum pool is full. So you can use that to ask me a question if you wish any kind of elaboration or any additional info.
Do I smell bodies?
Yes, burnt bodies.
Chief, I smell dead bodies, mate.
Well then, I guess we're gonna have to take a look what that is, because, this is still under German control. Therefore, burnt bodies usually means we don't have a contact anymore.
Yeah, that might be. I think. Yeah, let's bring the. I'm gonna bring my Garand just in case. It's gotten a little spookier now.
You good at range?
Yeah, I'm pretty solid at range. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to, have our backs. And I think Angler and I are gonna sneak up front, so we can get a little closer on what's happening and if there's somebody.
Hey, when you were talking to those German fellows back there, they say they had where'd they say their base was? Was it in the town or farther up?
They were up the mountain, and could mean the village. Basically, just further up. Could mean the village, and they said mine. So assume we deal with Waffen-SS.
Okay. But we should be good in the town. Otherwise, they would have told you to like kind of check in on your way up, right?
Yeah, probably.
Or let you know like, hey, that person's in there. So we should be good to.
I think we should be fine, but better safe than sorry.
If it gets sticky, just kind of grab my hands behind my back and pretend you got a hostage or something, prisoner.
Yep. I'll put the damn thing on again and get ready to move out.
Okay. Now who all's going? We got Angler and Theodore. We got Lillian with a gun covering the back. Who else is going? Everybody else going too?
Seeing as how things have gotten dangerous, I'm going to reach underneath the driver's seat where I've stashed some stuff, pull out one of the grenades, hide it in the rear of my belt, like just clip it on, and I holster the new gun that we got, and I'm just going to pull out the M1 and kind of hang back with Lillian.
Okay. Who else is going?
I'm not going to leave Ivan alone, so I'm looking. We going, or are you staying here?
I think we can go.
Okay, let's go. Let me unstrap this first, and I'm backing out my broadsword, put it on my belt.
The Russian translator actually in broken English says, "I'm going too, da."
Good.
And
you guys have a back.
He's not really happy, but he grabs his rifle, leaves his backpack there in the vehicle, and climbs out to follow with you. Now, as you get closer into the village, definitely burned up. Half the buildings are just smoldering at this point. You don't see any people. There's something odd about some of the burn patterns on the buildings that didn't burn. Now, you're not quite sure what it is. It seems to be almost lightning strikes on the sides of the buildings set them on fire. You can see the telltale pattern of electricity as it burns the moisture out of wood, leaves little burnt tracks. So
does that kind of mic tell me something?
That's a Nachtwolf weapon. They love using electricity.
Looks like a lightning strike hit that.
The cult I spoke to you about, they can do something like that. They've been around.
Sounds like they can do pretty much.
Oh,
Are there any tracks around?
This could be the weapon we were looking for. Yeah, we should look for tracks and see if there's like a mode of transportation, or if it's like a piece of artillery, there'd be some wheels or tracks on the ground somewhere.
There's some sort of tracked vehicle. By the depth of it, is a heavy tracked vehicle. Now, you're not quite sure it's going to be able to get far up in the mountains, but a heavy tracked vehicle rolled through here. Looks like they cut it across the foothills, no less, into the village, and then headed up the road towards the mountain pass that you're aimed for.
Yeah, no tanks over here. Great. I'm glad we brought that 88. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's looking awful nice right now.
Terrible.
There's
so far.
You hear a noise of some kind. It's like a gurgling noise. Seems to be coming from one of the few buildings that aren't burned up.
We'll move there.
Shit, there might be survivors.
When you get there, you see something you've never seen before, none of you. You've heard reports, vague ones. It's almost like a fish person, heavily muscled. Blue skin. It's laying on the ground. I mean, 2 legs. Has some sort of helmet on. But it's laying there. Now, you know these are what many people refer to as deep ones. You know, Innsmouth there was an incident with them in Innsmouth for a while there, but then it seems like that was taken care of and some sort of arrangement's been made because word is they've been helping off and on when they see fit with the war against the Axis powers. But this one seems to be leaking some sort of greenish blood laying there.
Shit, hang on. I got this. I'll take out my medic bag and I'll start trying to see if I can save this fish person's life.
Immortal. It's something different. So because it is, I'm going to put its difficulty at 2. Now you've got a medicine bag, which gives you 3 bonus momentum you can use for up to 3. You can burn off some of your materials in it to use it if you wish. But right now your difficulty is going to be 2. And that's going to be a good reason plus medicine, which for you is a pretty good roll. It's a 13.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You sure we should save this?
They're supposed to be on our side, right?
Fair.
Hey,
your best.
This is what I do. I say, fuck it. I'll use one of the momentum from my med bag.
Okay, so you've got 2 left in it, and you get 3 dice now, and your target number is going to be
2.
The actual difficulty is 2. You get let's see, you're using reason and medicine 14.
Yeah.
You get 3 dice, and your target number is 14 or lower.
I also have the first aid and surgery.
The first aid will let you get a 4 under. It counts as 2 successes. And also you have a personal truth of a driven frontline medic, which means you're used to doing quick triage and quick work. So actually, I think that makes the difficulty 1 based on your truth.
Oh, beautiful. All right. I got an
3 dice. Yep. What do you get?
8, 5, 4.
Okay. That's actually good because the 4 gives you 2. The 5 gives you 1 more. And so you're getting 4 off of a difficulty of 1. Was it modified? So you get 3 extra momentum.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Now, you can use 2 of them to establish your truth, or you can ask 3 questions, or you can even use, I'll let you use one of them to speed up the time it takes for you to do it, which would still leave you 2 left.
We'll speed it up, and then I'll put the other 2. I'll bank on the momentum, so we have full momentum again.
You already were back at full momentum.
Oh,
because of
right.
The commander's work. So you got 2 left.
Then I guess a truth related to this first aid. Oh, I can't think of any.
Let me think of a good truth for that one. He recovers enough to fully you've eased the pain.
I can get him fully coherent.
Yep.
All right, I could do that.
Okay. Takes a bit morphine, which is odd because I mean it's not human physiology, but some things are common. And everyone else, you see her working on this deep one. And after just a few minutes, its eyes open a bit, and in a gurgling voice, it looks at you all. You came too late.
Commander, he's up. It's blue water.
Okay. Is he stable?
For the moment, I can't guarantee it, but he's cognizant.
Okay. What were you supposed to tell us?
It seems those Black Sun monsters found a temple. They're trying to decode a ritual to open a gate. They're going to try to let Yog Sagoth through.
Liam? Say anything to you?
Does it
Doesn't-
start?
Oh, yeah, that's who the Black Sun have been trying to free for God knows how long.
Ivan has a terrified face at that name.
Yeah, it does tell me something. If they can do that, we are really in deep shit.
How bad? No, I heard that name before, but I can't remember the context. You mind explaining?
Like our gods, the ancient gods, something like that. Yog-Sothoth is something like the same, but an evil bitch from the deep side.
And Blue Water goes, he was imprisoned eons ago, locked in the Valley of No Sun. Black Sun, get it? They're trying to free him. Those damn night wolves came through. Slaughtered us this morning. Took a bunch of the villagers.
Fuck.
Hey mate, does the Black Sun did that to you?
It was the night wolves.
Hmm.
Said something about poisoning a well of sacrifices or something.
Shit.
man.
That's how it works.
How bad are this guy's injuries? Like fatal?
I mean, he's your guess. Yeah, he's not going to live too long, but you've managed to stabilize him enough to get good info out of him.
Okay. Can we get a quick sweep for other survivors? There might be some civilians. See if we can maybe patch him up.
Yeah.
Help me get our friend here to the back of the truck.
You all.
How
Right.
many night wolves are there? And we saw some track stuff. What kind of vehicles they got?
I mean, blue tanks. They're lightning tanks. They only had 4 or
It was
5
just
troopers.
the one though.
One tank, 4 or 5 troopers. That's all they needed. Villagers weren't equipped to fight that. They'd already been disarmed by the Germans that came through before.
Good.
They've got the temple. If you follow the road, you'll get to it. But the way the road snakes, you'll actually be able to overlook it about 4 kilometers up. You'll see it. It looks like it's a rock formation almost looks like a squid. You'll see if you go and look from that squid, you can look down on the temple before the road heads back to it.
That's good.
Here, just.
Do
Sorry, go ahead.
do you think the Night Wolves and the Black Sun aren't working together, right? They are rivaling each other.
They work together sometimes. Other times
Okay.
not. There seems to be a schism between them and a disagreement. The Night Wolves want to use the Atlantean technology, the crystal. Whereas the Night Wolves' differences are the Black Suns want to bring out the Elder God.
All right, just take it easy here, okay? Your injuries are pretty severe, but I'm gonna do what I can. Just trying and once we get you into the back of this truck, just try and get some rest, okay? We already have some blankets and we'll see what we can get up from the village here and make sure everyone's comfortable as best we can.
I'm not going to last long. I've been a warrior on these mountains for many years, far away from the seawater that I called home. There's a spring. If you can find it, it's right before the squid area. Might be able to clear the rocks. And it should be able to help lead you in. It's where it splits. You should be able to head on in. Get behind them instead of going through the front door. I haven't used it in a while. Might not be safe. But at least you're not going to have to go up against whatever they have guarding it.
Sounds good.
Think of the fucking army.
Well, we have an anti-tank, an anti-air gun good enough to shoot through tanks. So hopefully, if we position it up at the squid, and they're not with their the tank down there, we might be able to take it out before it can get to us.
We'd need to get a good angle on it from with the gun. The gun's not exactly mobile itself.
Yeah.
It's possible they're already set up outside the temple. But if not, watch for where the road splits. Most of the time, those lead to staging areas where they have a spot to set up camp for the night off-road. A few caves up there.
Good.
Look for the blue glow. That's the secret. Yes, Liam.
Got a question. How much is my knowledge on Yog-Sothoth? Is it kind of big?
Not that much. You just know they've been trying to. That's the goal of the Black Sun, is to free him and to turn the entire Earth into into the shadowed veil, the sunless veil that he lives in.
Okay.
Which is pretty messed up when you think about it, but because that's not exactly conducive to any mortal life living. But hey.
So I know he's an autogoat. Do I know he's born from the nameless myth? Do I know he's the father of Cthulhu? Do I know this kind of?
Yeah, you know that part of it. You don't know anything like ritual wise or anything to summon him or that angle, but you know basic history of it as an investigator.
Okay. So when you are speaking, you're going to hear me mutter some words. Yog-Sothoth knows the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the key and the guardian of the gate. Shit, fucking shit. Past, present, future, all are one in Yog-Sothoth. Commander, we really have to get there.
Well then, no time like the present, I guess. We'll make a quick sweep for any survivors, and we'll put everybody that survives in the truck. There's some space there, and Lillian can take care of them. I mean, better in a truck in a potential combat situation than. I
was gonna say that the deep one, blue water, the bouncing of the truck will probably kill him pretty fucking quick.
Crap.
Let
me tell you, my deuces are not the most enjoyable ride.
Yeah, Commander, if I could here, I just talk to you in private real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pull you aside. Yeah, so our mission seems to be this ritual thing. We can't be carrying a bunch of wounded people in the back of the truck. They're just going to slow us down. We gotta try and triage them as quick as we can and get out of here.
Well, at least that, right? Try when you guys looking around, try to find a place where that isn't as cold, that is usable for shelter, and we'll leave them there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can pick them up. Like if we make it back down, we can pick them up on the way down.
Exactly.
So I'll go look for a building that's not completely on fire? You said it was like
Yeah, as you get
half burned or
on the
whatever. So I'll
outskirts,
find like
on the outskirts of the village, on the eastern side of the village, there's a few that aren't anywhere near the center of the village that seem to weren't even attacked. There's still no people. You find actually half-eaten food on the table. It's like they were attacked mid-meal. You find a child's doll in the house, no less.
I'm gonna take that with me.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll go to the others and be like, all right, we gotta we're gonna use that building over there for triage, but we really got to get out of here. Lillian, if you could just try to do what you can in as little time as you possibly can, and then we'll pick them up on the way down if we can. You know.
Right. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna get you set up in there. Do you have a name? I assume you have a name. What's your name?
Blue Water. That's my name.
Oh.
That's what I was given by the Queen.
Oh, I thought it was just a code name, but all right. Blue Water, nice to meet you. We're going to get you over here to this house. Looks like it's empty. Maybe get a fire started and see if we can get some help for you once we get back down, okay?
It gives a rasping laugh. Humans and code names. A name is a name. Why give power to additional names?
That's just something we do, I guess. I don't know. All right, help me. He's kind of heavy.
Because he's a
offense.
muscular shit. Obviously a
I'm going-
warrior class.
I'm going to help her. Yeah, I like that. So
Okay, and you all help move it. Ivan, ritual like that, if they could decipher it, would take a day or two. Problem is, it's the deciphering. It's not easy to just decipher the ancient languages, Hyborian, as it's called. It's not exactly an easy language to decipher, even by Black Suns who have been studying it. It's a language mortals aren't meant to know in the first place. So if they're up there, if they found it, if they've started the ritual, a day or two. But if they're still decoding, it could be a day, it could be a week. It's a matter of how good of an inquisitor they sent with it. You get them settled in the building.
Okay, we'll get a fire starter. There's plenty of kindling.
Oh yeah, half the
there's
village.
plenty of kindling. All right. I can't give you any more medication right now. So what I gave you, you'll have to do. The morphine should be helping with the pain, but the wounds are serious. Just
I go to see the Queen again. To be
Yeah.
reborn in the hatchery.
right.
With a stressed face, Ivan would say, if they know what they're doing, we don't have a lot of time.
Right. Let's get on our way then. Sorry, I didn't
As you
mean
go to leave,
distract.
Blue Water actually pulls something out of his belt. Looks like a piece of whalebone. It's carved, though, with symbols all up and down it. Take this.
Oh, what is it?
One of our shamans blessed it. It should cut through wards if needed.
That'll be damn useful then. Thank you, Blue Water.
And when you hold it, it just feels odd in your hand. It almost throbs still as if it's alive, even though it's a piece of bone.
Weird. All right, Commander. Should we do anything else with the village, or are we moving right through?
We didn't find any other survivors, assume.
Not a one.
Okay.
Blood, dead
Get
bodies,
in the truck.
no living people anywhere. You do notice as you get towards the edges of the town that the tracks are obscured by, it looks like, feet. Apparently they were marching the people that they took on foot, which means if they left the morning, they're probably not far ahead. You can't march that fast up a mountain. Tank or
march
no
people
tank.
in the snow. Jesus.
I mean, tanks aren't really mountainous vehicles anyway. I'd turn around to Blue Water and tell them, stay alive until we're back. And then I'll leave.
And you all set out. And you know what? I think this is a good stopping point for the episode as you finally come going into the actual Carpathian Mountains with a Nachtwolf patrol just ahead of you with one of their infamous tanks. But it's only 5 troopers. It's not a very big unit. Of course, that tank and 5 troopers annihilated a whole village. Good thing you have an 88 being towed behind. And of course, first off, let me say thank you to the players. This is the first time I've run it, first time they've played it. I'd like to thank Modiphius Games for sending us a review copy to the studio so that the studio could play it, give it a try, stream it, and give our opinions on it. So far, I will say I'm going to hold my firm opinion until the end of next episode. But for now, I'm going to say I do like the flexibility of this truth system it uses. The 2D20 makes it interesting. It's not really complicated in how many dice, and it's really flexible with how you use the truths and getting information and the whole, it's flexibility. I mean, I love that. Please pop over to our Discord. We cast this show from the Discord, everybody. So if you want to be in some of our shows or just hang out with good people and talk about all kinds of games and just have fun, that's what our Discord's for. Matter of fact, yep, the wife is doing it, so she's got that covered, which is cool. Also, give me a sec. You want to check out some great content creators right here in chat right now? There's a list of other content creators that we love to support. One of them you see there at the bottom, Diego. He streams a variety of games over on his channel, which is Ravnos Archon. He does Vampire 1 week, Camarilla 1 week, Anarch, which is great for those that like to see both. Legend of the Five Rings, Star Wars. You even do a monthly game that sometimes D&D. As much as you claim you don't do D&D, it's about a monthly. I see D&D pop up.
I blame Tiss entirely for that. So
I don't blame you. It's Tiss. If you want to check out McStabber Studios merch, we've got merch over here. Nothing for this show. Of course, it's mainly the vampire, some werewolf. If you want to see our back content, of course, pop over to YouTube. This is where this ends up. Our vampire streams over there. Matter of fact, not just our vampire stream over there. We've got a werewolf game that you get to see Diego down there get murderized in. Matter of fact, I just heard that season 2 is coming of our werewolf game. Ravinia is going to be back running it. I think she claimed April-May timeframe for it. So, and then isn't there a mage game coming up again?
Mage season 3 is coming up. Yeah.
Yep. So, Discord's a great place to be to find out about all this stuff, talk with the cast, and actually get to be playing in games with us, of course. This week's schedule, just to let you know, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, we have Windy City After Dark, our Vampire the Masquerade game. It's season 5, episode 4. Y'all, some fucked up shit goes down. Our out of context spoilers on the Discord are kind of crazy. And for those that have watched Windy City before, at one point in the game, Urian, who plays Roscoe Akers, actually says, and I quote, "Oh no." So you don't want to miss that. It might be Roscoe Akers might be related somehow to Colonel Akers. That was over there, U.S. Colonel that was fucking with y'all at the base there, just so you know. Of course, Monday night, we have the season finale of Curse of Strahd D&D 5e game called Tormented Souls, run by Tamshu. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Man, they've been getting the shit kicked out of them repeatedly because it's Curse of Strahd, of course. And then next Saturday, we're going to have the second part, the conclusion of our Achtung Cthulhu game. And again, I would like to thank Modiphius Games for sending us an amazing set of hardback books for this. I mean, look at this. This is some quality shit. So far, I'm enjoying it. The players will get, of course, next week to give their comments on how they feel about it. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I love watching this uncomfortable group of people who didn't even know each other beforehand, try to feel each other out and figure out everything. And Angler, could you be any more obtuse about what you're good at? I mean, you literally would not admit to good at anything.
Well, it's my thing.
Yes, yeah. You're angling all right. And just so everybody knows, of course, as always here at McStabber Studios, we do take mental health very seriously. Please check in on those around you. Talk to them because a lot of people aren't okay right now and they just need somebody to reach out and to be a voice. All that matters sometimes is that you listen to them, and that's all they needed to know that somebody cares enough to even listen. Because it's okay to not be okay, everybody, and mental health is health. And if you do suffer from mental health issues like many of us do, myself included, right now in chat, there's a list of numbers and that you can call 24 hours a day or text 7 days a week. And somebody will be on the other end to talk to you because there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help, because we can't do it alone. None of us can. At some point in our life, everyone needs someone else to be there for them. And if you're one of our European viewers, because I mean, half this table is European today. There's even a website in chat right now that you can go to for your country to find out exactly what, the mental health is for your country. And since my wife isn't here, I have to do her part of this, which is please go get your COVID shot. I know it doesn't stop you from catching COVID, but it sure as hell keeps your ass out of the hospital. And that is the more important part. Catching COVID is bad. Being in the ICU intubated is worse. So if nothing else, the COVID shot greatly decreases the chance of you taking up an ICU bed right now when there is none. The hospital in my county where I live right now has just declared an emergency due to the ICU filling up again with COVID. The schools in our area, now they're not coming back from winter break. They're going back to remote learning because it spiked so badly in the last, over the holidays. Please get your COVID vaccines. The only way we're going to end this, I mean, sure, we'll be dealing with COVID forever, but if we're all not going to the hospital for it, then we can turn it into the flu like everyone wanted to claim it was. But to do that, we need people vaccinated. We need you to get so that it doesn't put you in the hospital. And also, please get your flu vaccine because flu season. I mean, granted, here in Maryland where I am, I don't know, we had like 60-degree weather 2 days ago, which is weird. But that's the worst time for the flu because it gets warm, gets cold, gets warm, gets cold. To hell with that. Get your flu shot. Get them both. Do like my wife did and get them both at the same time. She got her COVID booster and her flu shot at the same time. It put her on her ass for 1 day and then she was back to it. So, that works out for her. And of course, thank you again to my players who signed up for this. I think for it being a new system, we're doing pretty well with it, picking up the truths pretty quick. So I can't wait to see you all next Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, as we find the conclusion of this, because bad shit's happening in these mountains. And by the way, as discussed in our weekly Zoom chat last night, I'm shocked. I expected somebody when I said Carpathian Mountains to bring up Vigo. Because, Ghostbusters has been on TV way too much lately. But I thank you all for coming. Please join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern for our Windy City. And good night and welcome to the cult.